So without beating around the bush, let's talk about what is this one simple hack to start quickly winning much more from poker, and that is to simply understand that the entire game of poker is a numbers game. It's all about the volume that you put in. It's not about being the best poker player in the world. It's not about playing high stakes. Many people know my strategy. They know that I've won a lot of money in this game, eventually quit my job, traveled the world playing this game full time, written 3 books, several training courses, etc., making videos on here, and I didn't do it by becoming one of the, best poker players in the world. In fact, most people don't even know who I am still, and I don't care, because I never got into this game for the fame, for some silly bracelet or something like that. I got into this game to change my life, to get that freedom that this game can create for you, because of course you can play poker literally from anywhere in the world. So what am I talking about when I say poker is a numbers game? I'm talking about if you play online poker, mass multi-tabling. This is something that I was heavily known for many, many years, playing the absolute maximum amount of tables that were allowed on many poker sites at the time. People thinking that I was a bot complaining to these sites and so on, because I was on every single table. I was that guy on your left, always re-raising you pre-flop. Guys, what this allowed me to do is simply multiply my winnings, really an exponential manner, because as a winning poker player, if you simply increase the amount of hands that you play, mathematically, of course, you're just going to make more money at the end of the day. So while there is a certain point, there's a certain threshold where I got to playing, 10, 20 tables, especially above 20 tables, my play would definitely start to deteriorate a little bit. I was often playing in small stakes games, which I'm going to talk about more in a second. I was able to still beat the competition in these games because the skill level in these games is not very high. Now, a lot of people say, oh, but I play in a casino, I can't, or in home games or something like that, I can't play multiple tables. Well, this is where staking comes in. Once again, guys, you have to learn how to scale your poker. Understand that this is a numbers game. If you physically can't play in more than one poker game at a time, that's fine, but there's other poker players out there that you could be staking to play in games. So what I mean by staking is you give them a bankroll in order to play in a poker game, and you'll take, for example, 50% of their profits, and they will take the other 50%. This is a way for many live and online poker players to, again, scale the business of poker. And I do treat it like a business. Unlike a lot of other people, this is not a card game for me. This is a business. I got into this game for the freedom that poker offers, and I understood right from the beginning that I am the bottleneck. There's only so many hands of poker that I can play at a certain time. So while I can multi-table online poker, I can also stake other good players to play and profit, and I get a piece of those winnings. So guys, the biggest thing that you have to understand is that real success in poker is not about $1 million final table. It's not about some bracelet. It's not about being on TV or being famous or something like that. In fact, most of the richest poker players in the world, the ones that actually make the real money, are not the household names. These are the people who are quietly making the real money behind the scenes by understanding that poker is a business and learning how to scale their revenue. Some of the richest poker players in the world actually are backers. And a backer, for those of you guys who don't know, is somebody who stakes a lot of other people. And to add on to that point, a lot of the richest poker players as well are people that don't play in the highest stakes games. They're people that often play in mid stakes, even small stakes. I've shown for many, many years on my blog, people were shocked at how much money I was able to make in these games simply by mass multi-tabling and using a very, very simple approach, like I teach in my brand new Elite Poker Training University. I'll have links for that in the description below. 17 plus hours of advanced training where I walk you through my complete strategy to crush small and mid stakes games. But guys, the other reason why small and mid stakes games are often better and more lucrative is because there's more action in these games. You can go to any online poker site or even go to the local casino, where there's high stakes action going on, and what you're going to find is there's actually not much action going on. There's often a lot of people sitting around because these are not the stakes that most people play. Most people play small stakes poker online or live, and therefore if you want to be able to multi-table, if you want to be able to stake more people, again, in order to scale up your success in the game, there's just simply not enough action. There's not enough games running at high stakes for you to ever accomplish this. know, let's look at tournaments, for example. How many tournaments have a real significant buy-in per year of, say, $100,000 or more, or even $10,000 or more? No, most poker tournaments, the buy-in is like, you know, between like $20 and $500, and nobody's getting rich in these tournaments, and that is why it becomes a matter of scale. You have to be able to multi-table these games, or again, if you're playing physically in live poker, you can stake your way to success in these games by having multiple horses, which is what we call people that are playing for you, multiplying your winnings by playing often when you're sleeping, and as long as they're winning players, you're gonna get a cut of that. So guys, the bottom line is if you ever want to have large scale success in this game, you need to find a way to scale up your winnings in poker. You need to understand that you are the bottleneck. There's only so many hours in a day that you can play poker. You also need to be looking for other ways off the table to increase your revenue through sponsorships, through social media deals, making YouTube videos like this. There's many ways to get ahead in the game of poker, to stop making it all about you, and to get this game working for you, to start scaling up your success. So guys, I hope this one helped a couple of you guys out there that are serious about taking this game to the next level, becoming a semi-pro or a pro. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see more poker strategy videos like this, and also like this video if you found it helpful. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.